Hey, it's Jason here with the local web marketing system, and today I want to show you a little bit about rank checking, where you rank on Google, why that's important to be measuring for the words that matter to bring business to you. And of course, that's not the most important thing. The next most important thing really is, am I getting business from this? Am I meeting the needs of the searcher? People are searching, and am I going to be the one that's going to be able to help them for that particular thing? And we have to be open and honest when you're going after certain things, because sometimes you're not a perfect fit for everything. So you got to pick your battles. So right here with rank checking, this is just my version, Amazing Artist version of a Google search. And so really we focus here on local results, and so that's why if you do a search for something like hotels plus Portland, Oregon, where I'm from, then you're going to pull up some results. Same with restaurants or pizza or anything like that. A lot of those really easy to understand. There's a local local intent. Somebody wants to physically go into a local location or pick something up or go to an event somewhere nearby. There's some physical interaction happening or could be happening. So here's the traditional results. Google's been playing with a lot of the results, but once you kind of understand what they're trying to do, that will help you understand kind of why they keep playing with all these results. And so Google's goal is just to get you to actually use them and everybody else to use them consistently to get what you want when you search, right? So if the first couple of results they show, people click on it, they end their search at that location. So let's say they're clicking, draw a little arrow, they're clicking, then they need to come to your website, and then they need to basically be stopped there. If they're going back, for instance, to the search results, that can definitely be a bad thing because they're not necessarily getting what they want. And so if you have Google Analytics, you can always look at bounce rates. You can go look and see if those are really high, 50% or more, that's pretty high, and you might have to do something to get more sticky. Now if you're a hotel, for instance, then it's very typical for people just to want to check several hotels. So if they go back and then come back to you and book, then it's okay. Bounce rate's just fine. So with these results, I'm going to just spell it out here. Grab another marker here. So Google has their paid per click program, right? And the first 2, 3, 4 results, probably one day, 5, 6. And then over here, a little bit further down, those results. So they'll take care of basically what rank you're in if you're doing these. So you don't need to do that yourself, but it's easy. Top to bottom, left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So the next thing we have are Google, I guess I call them search SEO results, SEO search results. So let's go with search SEO. Very good penmanship. And so it's basically top to bottom, 1, 2. It's easier to tell the ads now that the government, at least in the United States, has made that so it has to show pretty good. So 1, 2, skip over what's the maps, 3, 4, just like that. Now let's show you maps. Okay, so you got usually these little helpful map thingies. And then maybe you have a map over here. So we're going to go with map SEO. And so this is going to be 1, 2, 3, and so on, just like that. So another thing that's important to note when they're showing different results, typically this is called the carousel. So shows up hotels, restaurants all the time, right? So for the carousel results, if this was at the top, typically is where it shows. Then you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And so, you know, in the carousel, it's a little tougher because, you know, do you want position 1 when most people are clicking on position 3? So you just got to watch what's actually getting your results. Hope that helps you understand just how the ranking system works, because it's really just a meshing of multiple results. So there's multiple efforts that you need to be taking to show up in each different result, and that could be why you're not showing up in one. If you can show up in both, then you even get more of the pie, or all three. You can get even more of kind of the pie of what people are searching for. So another thing is I've created a bonus for you where you can learn a little bit about a couple important things that we didn't have time to cover here. So, terrible arrow. Okay, let's fill this in. There you go. Personalization. So Google knows your friends, they know the customer's friends, they know all those things, and they're going to personalize these results every time somebody does a search. So that might be why you're not necessarily seeing what somebody else is seeing. And also your location settings in Google. There's a couple little settings when you're actually searching to click around, not in the results. You click around, you can find those settings and change them. So I'm going to give you some tips on that. When in doubt, just go over to a friend's house or a public library and do a quick search and see what you actually are coming up with for those type of location searches. Another thing is how to track this, some tools or do-it-yourself methods, and then reviews, because for instance with carousel and maps, the more the better the reviews, the more clicks as well. And so that's a really quick thing. You don't need a bunch of programmers or whatnot to be able to implement some of those things. And by far, in my opinion, one of the easiest things to fix to be able to help your rankings. So thanks again. This is Jason Weaver with Local Web Marketing System. I hope that helped you understand a little bit about rank checking and where you're showing up and why.